Welcome to Drama After Dark, where power is coveted, darling, loyalty is fragile, and every secret has a way of finding its way back to the surface, eventually. At South Fork, power is measured in oil, and loyalty is tested at every turn, of course. Because in the Ewing family, nothing stays buried for long. And guiding you through it all, dearie, is Miss Kane, with a front row seat to every betrayal, every alliance, and every scandal worth remembering. So don't just watch the drama, darling. Subscribe, and come back every Friday for the scandal.
If you're new here, darling, welcome to Drama After Dark. And if you've been watching with me for a while, well, it's good to see you again. Around here, we revisit the golden age of nighttime soaps, one episode at a time, the power plays, the betrayals, and the spectacularly bad decisions that made these shows absolutely unforgettable. Tonight, we're heading back to South Fork for another chapter of Dallas. So settle in, love. This one gets rather interesting.
A new Ewing heir arrives, bringing a moment of hope to South Fork. But, in a family surrounded by enemies, even that moment was never going to last. Now, that fear becomes reality.
Well, darling, the chaos. It just erupts at the hospital. Reporters everywhere, flooding the entrance. And inside, the truth. It just settles in, doesn't it? Little baby John, he's gone. And then, poor Sue Ellen, she's questioned. But honestly, she's barely holding on, you know. She admits she hasn't even seen her baby in days. And oh, the guilt, it just consumes her. In her mind, this isn't just tragedy, it's punishment, pure and simple. But JR, bless his heart, he shuts it down immediately, stepping in before that lieutenant can push any further. He makes it crystal clear. Sue Ellen doesn't know a thing, and she's certainly not about to be treated like some suspect. But oh, the situation. It's already escalating, isn't it? The police warn that a ransom demand is likely, and darling, the FBI, they're being brought in. And as the weight of it all crashes down, Sue Ellen, she just breaks completely, while JR, he's trying to hold control of a situation that's already slipping right through his hands. It's just too much. Oh, darling, word spreads like wildfire, and the entire family, bless their hearts, is called back to South Fork. Jock is pulled right off the ranch. Lucy, poor thing, rushed home from school. And no one, is given any details, just that it's urgent. By the time they all gather, the tension, oh, it's already thick. You can cut it with a knife. And then Miss Ellie, bless her heart, she just says it. The baby has been kidnapped. The room, it just freezes. As the reality, darling, it truly sinks in. No answers, no leads, just pure, unadulterated fear. And Bobby, well, he doesn't wait, does he? The moment he realizes Pan hasn't made it home yet, he heads straight into town to find her himself. And just as the panic begins to take hold, JR, oh, that JR, he arrives, bringing Sue Ellen with him, heavily sedated and barely able to stand, bless her heart. He wastes no time taking control, explaining that the police, well, they expect a ransom demand, and that the FBI, darling, is already involved. Now the entire family is under one roof, waiting for the next move, in a situation none of them can control. Back at South Fork, everybody's gathered in the living room, waiting, and getting absolutely nothing. No witnesses, no leads, just the plain reality that baby John is gone. And outside, it's already turning into a headline, with the whole story spreading before the family even has answers. Inside, the pressure is building fast. The police warn that contact may not even come the way they expect, and JR is already irritated, knowing this could bring every kind of attention he certainly doesn't want. Meanwhile, Pam hears the news for herself on the radio and rushes back, running straight into Bobby. He confirms it. Nobody saw a thing. Nobody heard a thing. And just like that, his mind goes straight to Cliff. Pam shuts it down immediately. She doesn't believe her brother would take it that far, but Bobby isn't hearing any of it. As far as he's concerned, Cliff has already shown exactly what he's capable of. The tension between them builds fast, and before Pam can stop him, Bobby makes his decision. He's going to find Cliff. Back at South Fork, everybody's gathered in the living room, waiting, and, well, getting absolutely nothing. Back in the living room, darling, the waiting continues, and it's starting to wear on everybody, you know? The phone just keeps ringing, but it's never the call they're hoping for. Just more noise, more people reaching out, and no real answers, bless their hearts. Miss Ellie is barely holding it together, questioning how they still haven't heard anything, while the police make it clear this could take time. And that's exactly what no one wants to hear. The longer this drags out, the worse it feels, doesn't it? So people start moving. Lucy heads out to the stables just to get away from it all, and JR decides he's not about to sit around either. Oh no, he's going into his office, ready to handle things his way. Even Jock tries to hold it together, but even he's getting restless. Poor dear. Then finally, a call comes in. For a moment, it feels like this could be it. But it's not a ransom demand, just some woman claiming she took the baby, rambling and making no sense before hanging up. Still, it's enough, isn't it? Because now they have something, anything to go on. And Jock wastes no time, heading out immediately to follow the lead, hoping it's not just another dead end.
The drama sparkles best when you're part of it. Subscribe and stay close, like a whispered secret. Leave a comment, tell us what has you gasping, because every scandal deserves an audience.
JR heads back to his office, trying to stay one step ahead. But honey, this situation is already closing in on him. Calls are coming in, but none of them matter. Until one finally does. Ames. JR tries to brush him off, but Ames doesn't back down. And then he says it. If JR wants to see his son again, it's going to cost him $1 million. Just like that, the threat becomes real. Meanwhile, Jock and Ray follow up on the earlier call, meeting detectives on the scene, hoping it leads somewhere. But there's still no real answer. Back at South Fork, Sue Ellen wakes and drifts into the nursery. And something in her shifts. All the guilt and pain she's been carrying turns into something colder. She starts talking about how she's been hurt, used, and pushed too far. And now, she's done. No one is going to hurt her anymore. Not even the baby. Well, JR gets word from Miss Ellie about the call. But darling, he's just not buying it. As far as he's concerned, it's all a hoax. If it were real, those kidnappers wouldn't be sending Jock on some wild goose chase. They'd be asking for money, wouldn't they? And honey, that tells him everything he needs to know. He's already thinking ahead, you see. JR wastes no time, calling in a favor at the bank and making arrangements to get his hands on a large amount of cash. Because whether the threat is real or not, he's preparing for it. Oh yes, he is. Back at South Fork, poor Sue Ellen tries to pull herself together, but she's still ever so fragile, drifting through the house as Miss Ellie keeps a close eye on her. Meanwhile, Bobby heads straight to Cliff's office, and what he finds, well, it only makes things worse, doesn't it? Cliff isn't there. No calls, no schedule, no explanation for where he's been all day. And to Bobby, that's not a coincidence. Oh no, it's confirmation. Now he's more convinced than ever. Cliff is behind this, I tell you. Cliff finally makes it back home. And, ooh, Pam is already there, just waiting for him. She doesn't waste a single moment. Bobby, bless his heart, he thinks Cliff is behind the kidnapping. And, darling, whether Cliff likes it or not, that is about to become his problem. Cliff tries to brush it off at first. But Pam, she can just see it coming, can't she? Bobby isn't thinking clearly. No, he's angry. And he's looking for someone, anyone, to blame. And right on cue, Bobby shows up, doesn't he? He comes in hot, already convinced Cliff is responsible. And there's just no talking him down, is there? To Bobby, Cliff has finally gone too far. Pam tries to get between them, but darling, it's not doing much, is it? The tension, it escalates so fast, until Cliff finally stands his ground. He didn't take the baby. He wasn't even in Dallas. And for a moment, Bobby, he hesitates. Because if Cliff is telling the truth, then they've been chasing the wrong person, haven't they? Meanwhile, Jock's lead, it just falls apart completely. The call was nothing but a hoax, sending them on a wild goose chase with absolutely nothing to show for it. Back at South Fork, Miss Ellie gets the news, and oh, it lands hard, doesn't it? No baby. And while the rest of the family feels it, Sue Ellen barely reacts, does she? She's already somewhere else, quietly slipping further away, asking for another cup of coffee, like none of it can touch her anymore. JR makes his move. At the bank, he secures $1 million in cash, ignoring every warning and every better option. As far as he's concerned, there's no time to wait, he's doing this his way. And the moment he has the money, Ames circles back, ready to collect, making it clear just how real the threat has become. Only, behind the scenes, it's something else entirely. Ames and Gar aren't masterminds, they're opportunists, taking advantage of the chaos, convinced they've just stumbled into an easy payday. Meanwhile, Bobby, Pam and Cliff head to the hospital, determined to find something the police missed. Bobby pushes hard, demanding access to staff, patients, records, anything that might point to who took the baby. But at first, there's nothing, no witnesses, no memories, no trace. Until Pam remembers, a woman. Someone who was always there, standing at the nursery window every time she visited, watching the babies for hours. And just like that, for the first time, they might actually have a real lead. Back at South Fork, Sue Ellen is calm. Too calm, darling. While everything around her is falling apart, she's sitting with the baby's nurse, talking like things will somehow work themselves out, as if none of it can really reach her anymore. Mrs. Reeves tries to comfort her, but Sue Ellen isn't breaking this time, oh no. She's shutting down. Meanwhile, Pam follows the only real lead they have. At first, nothing seems out of place. The woman is warm, welcoming, just another mother talking about her baby. But then Pam hears it, a baby crying from the other room. And something clicks. She steps outside, brings Bobby and Cliff in, and now they're all seeing it, the baby. Cliff takes a closer look, and that's when it's confirmed, the hospital band. Ewing, and just like that, there's no more doubt. They found him. But the woman refuses to let go, insisting the baby is hers, holding on to a reality that isn't real. And now, this isn't just a lead anymore, it's a confrontation. Ames, bless his heart, shows up at JR's office, ready to collect, just oh so confident he's about to walk away with $1 million. JR plays along at first, demanding to know where his son is. But Ames, darling, he keeps it just out of reach, dragging it out, thinking he's in control. Until, that is, the phone rings. It's Bobby. They found the baby, and he's safe. Oh, thank goodness! And just like that, everything shifts. The deal? Oh, honey, the deal is off. JR doesn't hesitate. He pulls a gun, making it perfectly clear the game is over, and Ames has just run out of options. With absolutely nothing left to bargain, Ames backs down. But not without a warning. This isn't finished, he says. Back at South Fork, the family gathers as Dobby and Pam return, bringing the baby home. And with them, the truth. The woman isn't a criminal mastermind, just someone broken, unable to accept her own loss, clinging to a child that was never hers. Cool thing. As the weight of it all settles, Sue Ellen finally comes face to face with her son. For the first time since all of this began, she reaches for him, holding him close. But the moment doesn't last. Oh, it never does. Miss Ellen quietly steps in, asking the nurse to take the baby. And just like that, Sue Ellen lets go again. Still not fully back, still slipping somewhere out of reach. It's truly heartbreaking.
Well, wasn't that deliciously messy? Miss Kane walked you through the drama, and trust me, the secrets are just starting to spill. But don't think it's over, darling. There's always another scandal waiting in the shadows. This has been Drama After Dark. Until next time, we'll be watching. Will you?